Allow me to highlight tax policy measures proposed in the Finance Bill 2024. I will begin with the proposed amendments to the Income Tax Act, followed by Value-Added Tax, Excise Duty Act, Tax Procedures Act, and miscellaneous fees and levies. Mr. Speaker, let me start with amendments to the Income Tax Act. Currently, retirement benefits, Mr. Speaker, are subjected to tax. This taxation ceases at the age of 65 years. In order to support the retired employees, I propose to amend the Income Tax Act to exempt all retirement benefits paid from the Registered Pension Fund, Registered Provident Fund, Registered Individual Retirement Fund, and National Social Security Fund and the Public Pension Scheme upon attainment of the retirement age. Mr. Speaker, for the individuals who take up early retirement, this exemption will only apply if the individual has contributed to the pension scheme for a period of 20 years from the date of registration as a member. Mr. Speaker, in addition, the annual limit of pension contribution that is exempt from tax is 30% of the individual income, or Kenya shillings 240,000, whichever is lower. Considering that this limit has not been revised since 2005, and to encourage savings for social security after retirement, I propose to increase this limit to 360,000 shillings per annum. Further, Mr. Speaker, I propose to allow deduction contribution to a post-retirement medical fund subject to a limit of Kenya shillings 10,000 per month. This will promote savings for post-retirement healthcare needs. Mr. Speaker, currently the threshold above which withholding tax applies on payments for management fees, professional fees, training fees, and contractual fees is Kenya shillings 24,000 per month. I propose to amend the Income Tax Act to remove this threshold since it creates a room for tax planning and is a challenge to tax administration. Mr. Speaker, despite the Income Tax Act providing a corporate tax rate of 30%, some taxpayers pay tax at an effective rate of less than 15%. This is due to vigorous tax planning and tax incentives provided under the Act. To prevent this practice, I propose to amend Income Tax Act to introduce a minimum top-up tax payable by a multinational group with a consolidated annual turnover of euro 750 million, whose effective corporate tax rate is below 15%. Mr. Speaker, the spectrum of license fees paid by telecommunication operators are currently not tax deductible, creating unfairness in the tax system. In this regard, I propose to amend the Income Tax Act to allow telecommunications network operators to deduct the spectrum licenses fees over a period of 10 years. Mr. Speaker, advanced pricing agreements have emerged as a valuable tool for preventing tax disputes related to transfer pricing of cross-border transactions. In this regard, I propose to empower the Commissioner to enter into advanced pricing agreement with taxpayers engaged in transactions with related entities. Mr. Speaker, to attract international financial investors in Kenya and reinforce Kenya's position as a regional financial hub, I propose to reduce the rate of capital gains tax from 15% to 5% for firms certified by the Nairobi International Financial Center of Origin.